Hey everyone! If you are listening to this, I am hopefully in London by now. I'm taking a flight tonight, Monday, November 11th, 2024. I spent the last couple days charging up my batteries, talking to everyone, and planning. And we had a very productive Gaslit Nation salon today. We are organizing. So if you are on our Patreon community, look out for the recording there. I will play a clip for it after this message. There is no regular episode of Gaslit Nation this week because I needed to take this extra time to rage and channel that nuclear anger into action because that is how I do best. That is how Mr. Jones got made. That is how Gaslit Nation got made. That is how I function. So I think probably for the first time in this show's 6-year history, we're not running a regular episode, but that is okay because we had an hour and a half salon today, which was extremely energizing, and we are forming committees and we have other projects in the works, and we are dreaming big for ourselves and our nation, and we are doing what fascists hate. We are releasing our minds into the great expanse of the infinite, and we are being creative because that is what we were put on earth to do, and no one can take away that power from us. Our inner light will shine and it will blind the darkness, okay? We are the light and we are bringing it. So just remember, as my grandfather from Donbass, who inspired my film, Mr. Jones, said, the only power the devil has is to scare you. That's the only power the devil has. So do not believe that fear. Understand, no matter how things went in this election, we still outnumber them and we still have so many incredible powerful, determined allies for democracy around the world. We will prevail. We've been here before. Humanity has faced down this dark abyss before. And here we are again because too many people just have that something in them, as Dorothy Thompson, the great journalist, called it in her must-read essay, Who Goes Nazi? Just some people just have that thing in them. And we have to contain those people or it unleashes the zombie apocalypse that we're now facing, but we're going to overcome it because we have no choice. And like I've been saying all year, whatever happens, we're going to get through it together. Our community is real and our community is powerful, and you are not in this alone. You have us. So I'm going to play a clip from today's Gaslit Nation Salon. If you are on Patreon, you can hear the full recording. We record about the first 30-40 minutes. And that's it. And so that's what we're doing now every Mondays at 4 p.m. Eastern. If you want to find us, that is where we are. And if you want to join, you have to register through Patreon. You have to register through all the Zoom information. Okay, we've got some security there, so you have to in order to join, but that's fine. That's what's going to keep our community safe. And as we do this important work together to protect ourselves and rebuild this democracy and protect the most vulnerable. None of you are in this alone. We have each other. All right, everyone, thank you so much. Stay safe out there, stay strong, dream big for yourself and your country, and you'll get a new episode of Gaslit Nation this coming week. And if you are next week on the 19th, and if you are in London, look out for me at the Ukrainian Institute of London this Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern. I will be talking about my new graphic novel, In the Shadow, the story of Mr. Jones, with the wonderful Ukrainian British community of London. So I look forward to meeting Gaslit Nation listeners there, signing copies of my new graphic novel, which is essentially the illustrated screenplay of Mr. Jones. So I'm very excited to bring that to you. So I look forward to meeting Gaslit Nation listeners in London, and I will link to the event in the show notes. All the best to you. Stay safe, stay strong out there. Thank you. As longtime Gaslit Nation listeners know, Trump is just a transactional, narcissistic, authoritarian tool. He's an easy mark who's being used by the Russians, who are now basically partners with China. And China is the larger dominant partner in the Russia-Chinese relationship that you've been hearing me talk about for years. The Russians and the Chinese are colonizing Africa together violently. I've talked about that especially a lot this year. And you have the Chinese police forces on the ground in Hungary, which is a Russian proxy state. And so people really have to start jumping ahead here and thinking about what's happening to our democracy as
Trump being a Trojan horse for these bad foreign actors who basically want to collapse the economy, as Musk said. They want the tariffs. Even China wants the tariffs because China is not going to be paying for the tariffs. We are. They want to see America collapse. They want to see America go to war. They want us to be weakened because that'll be easier for them to invade, take over, and also finally erode the dominance of the almighty US dollar. So that's what this is really about. It's about global domination. It's one of those good old-fashioned stories of global domination. And those idiots fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. And we're going to have to pay the price of their stupidity.